Hey there, everybody. How are you doing? We're going to be talking today about how to read through the Old Testament for the very first time. And maybe some of you will say, well, the Old Testament is irrelevant and boring, so why would I want to read through that? But I can tell you that the Old Testament is relevant and it's not boring. For one thing, the New Testament, it's mostly about Jesus and the Holy Spirit. If you want to get to know the Father of the Godhead, you need to read the Old Testament. Nothing like it will give you that level of maturity that you're looking for in your Christian walk. No amount of prayer, Bible reading, fasting, no, it's not going to do it for you the way reading the Old Testament will. Because that's the way we get to know all about the Father of lights, the one that Jesus died so that we might have a relationship with the Father. So when I first started reading the Old Testament, I found it a bit difficult. And so I just thought I would make a video and share some of the tips that I used later on to help me get through that first reading. First of all, I think it's very important to get the right translation, the one that really speaks to your heart. And I think you can do that by just pick a passage that you enjoy reading and find it in different translations online. Online you can get a lot of free translations, So take your passage, go to all the translations online, read through the same passage in different translations, and then you will find that some of them are way more connectable to you. It's your style, So take the translation that most suits your style and use that one for reading through the first time. The one I used when I started was the Good News Bible, the one with all the little funny stick figure drawings. And I think it's really recommended for children, but for me at the time, it was just perfect. So don't be afraid to use some of the lesser respected Bibles, maybe, even a children's Bible, just something that will help you get through. Because in this first reading, we're actually just trying to get the storyline down. We're not trying to, it's not a university course, we're not trying to study the Old Testament. We're just trying to get the gist of it, the one story that's running through the Old Testament. We just want to get that basic thing down. So get a translation that you really feel comfortable with, okay? And so now, once you've chosen your translation, I really recommend, so this is my second tip, I really recommend that you read through in a chronological order. And to help you with that, you might want to get a timeline, which is another thing that you can find online. There are many, many timelines that you can find online for free, and they will help you to get through in a chronological order, which will help you because if your story is jumping from one place to another, you won't understand what's going on, right? So try to read in a chronological order and use your timeline to help you to see where you're at in the story. Okay, so the third tip I have for you is don't let anything bog you down. Don't let any of those long lists, all those laws, especially in the first 5 books. You don't want to get bogged down in those lists, genealogies, laws. Just when I read the first time through the Old Testament, I didn't bother. I skipped over all the lists, all the genealogies, and all the laws. I just skipped over them and started reading again afterwards. Same with difficult passages. If something is difficult for you to understand, just skip ahead a little bit because, each paragraph is usually labeled in the translations now. So you can easily pick up again where the story starts off again because there are so many asides. And later on, when you get to know the story better, those asides will become more important to you. I promise you. you will be looking up those lists because they are very interesting once you get to know what the storyline is. But for the first time reading through, you don't need them. Don't bother. If they're bogging you down, just skip over them. If a passage is too difficult for you to understand, skip over it and go to the next part of the story. So those are my 3 tips for reading through the Old Testament. I really hope that you do try this. Make it a project, stick to it. Maybe a bonus tip, get an alarm clock and set a specific time for reading this Old Testament. So it's sort of like homework that you have to do it. When the alarm goes, you have to do at least 1 passage of the Old Testament. And that will help you get through. Little by little, eventually you will get through. And the first 5 books are difficult, but it gets much easier to read after that. So I hope you really enjoy your first time reading through the Old Testament. I know I did. Even though it was a little frustrating, I did enjoy it, and I was so happy afterwards. I was so happy that I did it. And now I read the Old Testament all the time. So until next time, I hope that you have a great life. May God bless you. May God really, really bless you as you try to read His Word. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.